Hello everybody, welcome to Chow Time. I am Spike Spencer. Welcome to my kitchen, and today we are going to be making a fruit roll-up, or you could call it fruit leather, or whatever it is. It's a great healthy snack for your kids. I'm a dad, I know, I make a lot of stuff for my kids, and they're like, I don't like that, Daddy, I don't like that. Well, try this. I don't like that either. Try this. I like that. Ooh, take note. Fruit roll-up, fruit leather, this is one of those things that's like, yeah, they kind of like it, they kind of don't like it, but here's the thing. When you've got a lot of extra food, you got some bananas or fruit that goes bad, I know none of you have fruit that sits in the back of your fridge and just gets uglier and uglier and uglier, do you? No, of course you don't. Well, I do. And I figured out what to do with all of that, and it's fairly simple. What you're going to do is you're going to put it all in a blender, and you're going to mash it up, and you're going to put it on something with edges, with parchment paper down, and then you're going to put it in the oven at about 150 to 170 for about 5 hours, 4 to 6 hours, somewhere in there. You're going to have to test this out with your oven. All ovens are different. As you know, everything has a different spirit in the kitchen. I know it sounds woo-woo, right? It's so true. You know what I'm talking about. So every pan has its own kind of size. It heats up more or less than another one, and your ovens heat up differently everywhere we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to be between 150 to 175 from about 4 to 6 hours. Somewhere in there is a sweet spot, and we'll go over that in a minute. All right, let's get to it. What I'm looking to do is get about 3 cups for one batch. So I have a little carrots, a little handful of mini carrots. I'm going to put the mini carrots in first because they're more fibrous, and I want them to break down a little bit more than the other things I have here. You can use just about anything. I have some overripe bananas. I have some strawberries. I'm going to put everything in, including the green. I've got some grapes, a little bit leftover grapes here. I've got kind of a pear that's going south a bit, quite ripe, and an apple I may throw in. It just depends. You want to get to 3 cups. That's kind of the sweet spot that I've found. So we'll start off with the carrots. Let's see, I'm going to need some liquid for that. So, you know what? I'll put some grapes in there. They're pretty liquidy. They will release a lot of liquid. You don't want to add a whole lot of liquid because that just means it's going to take longer to cook. So you want to get just enough. I am going to go ahead and put lemon juice in there. That will help. And the other stuff you can add after. Like the mushy bananas, they won't take any time at all to, squeeze down. Let's see. All right, here we go. I'm putting this all in the blender. Nice lemon. Puckery, puckery lemon. We love lemon, don't we? Yes, we do. All right. Get in there, you. Here we go. That lemon juice is going to help break everything down as well because it's a little more acidic than other things. Let's see if that will do some work for us. I always turn the blender down all the way to 0. You got to be careful with these blenders. Sometimes they will, if you don't hit it right, something's just bam, boom, and you decorate the kitchen. Ask me how I know. All right, I'm going to turn this on for a second. It's going to get loud. A lot of good liquid in there, so it's not doing too bad. I'm going to slowly bring it up, and as I bring it up, it is really liquefying. Okay. All right, so it's liquefying nicely in here. That's pretty good. All right, now let's add some other goodies. I've only got not even a cup in there. Let's see, I may have to go grab some more fruit after this. I'm not going to throw the banana peels in there. Not going to do it. I don't know anybody that would, but if you do, good on you. I will save these banana peels for my chickens. Apparently, they like them. Who knew? So I give them to the chickens. Here you go, chickens. Enjoy that. And they say, thank you, Daddy. Appreciate it so much. Bark, bark, and bark. There we go. All right. That is in. Let's see. Strawberries. I'm going to go ahead and cut up a pear. I'm not going to put the core of the pear in there. I'm just going to go around the edges. This one's pretty Wow, it's been in the fridge for quite a while, and it's still pretty darn fibrous. It's not like ripe. But that's okay. There won't be that much juice in it, but it will be helpful. Like I said, you don't want it super liquidy. I mean, obviously it's going to be very liquidy, but what I mean is, you know, if the more watery stuff you put in there, like I'm not going to add orange juice right now. I might sometimes add orange juice. It just kind of depends on the consistency, but I'd add very little of the orange juice. I don't want to make it this super, super watered down thing. It's just going to make it cook longer. All right, let's try this. Let's see where we are. Turn it down. Let's do this. After all the stuff I've said, I'm probably going to have to add some water. All right, let me do this here. Let's check this out. Turn it down. You're going to have to push some stuff down. I don't recommend doing it with a knife. Definitely not while it's going. Get that pushed down. Push down the strawberry. There we go. And back to it. Ah, that sounds better. Okay. All right, I'm hitting it with a little bit of water, just a touch. Oop. Let me make a little gully to get all the way down there. Perfect. I do have more fruit I'm going to put in there if I need to. There we go. There, it's moving. Where are we here? Where's our 3? We're almost at 3. Let's crank it up a little higher. You want to really make sure that everything is really mixed up well. You don't want big chunks of anything. There, it's going. And I like to add a little bit of honey, by the way. Just pop the top here. A little bit of sweetness. I probably don't really need it because of the bananas. But I like adding honey to stuff. There we go. Oh, it's so nice. Okay, so we're right about 3. I'm going to crank it up a little bit higher. I really want to give it a go. Take that long. Slowly, gradually, get it. All right, that's pretty much it. Okay, so we got a nice consistency here. Look on the B. There we go. So now we have our, as I was talking about before, I put parchment paper down. So you can see that parchment paper down here. It will help immensely when you're done. You want to pour all this goodness right on out. That's going to make about a 1/4 inch thickness, possibly. Somewhere around there. You guys know how very scientific I am about measuring. About that much, you know, it's good. Make you happy? Good. I'm happy. If you're happy, I'm happy. We're all happy. Happy little chefs out there. I'm going to paint this happy little fruit roll-up right here. Perfect. Exactly what we want. Okay. Now I have spread out the fruit concoction, and now I'm going to hit it. I'm going to bang it a couple times to, if there's any air bubbles in there, you want to get those out. So just like it would if you had like banana bread or something along that line, which, by the way, I have a good banana bread recipe. You should check it out. It's on this channel. And let's see. There we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop this in the oven. Like I said, where do we say? Between 150, 175, between 4 to 6 hours, probably ought to do it. What you're going to do, I'm not going to even show that. I'm not going to go further with that. I'm not going to spend, try to shoot again after, 5 or 6 hours, because there's no need. It looks just like that, only flatter. Cool. So here's what I did. Once it's all dried out, I'll take it out of the oven. I'll let it sit for a while, cool down, and I won't even peel it off. Well, sometimes I'll peel it off and flip it over just to see, because if it's still quite wet on top, you're going to have to dry it a little further. So what I would do is once it's thick enough, I would put it on a little rack in the same pan. Just pop it on there, pop it in for another like 10 minutes or so, kind of dry it off on both sides, and then you're good to go. Put it back on the parchment paper. Why? I'll tell you why. Because that parchment paper is going to help you roll it up and keep your hands from being all sticky. So when the parchment paper is out, you get one of these. I got a little chunk of side stuff there. There it is. So this is what it's going to look like. See how it's kind of flippy-floppy right there? Really nice, really simple. You cut them in strips. You set out the parchment paper, you cut them in strips, and then you just roll them up. Thus the name. HOWDY. Yeah. Okay, so then you roll it right up, and boom. Fruit roll-up to go. I'll take a little bit. Let's make sure it's good, because, see, it'll peel just like that. Pretty cool. And they can take it with them anywhere they want to go, and then it's great. It's not going to be as, if you remember when we were kids, they said, you know, fruit leather. Well, they probably added a whole bunch of additives to make it a little bit stronger. This one is not going to be as strong as that. It's going to be softer. You can take it, you can squish it into a ball. And it's really good. And it just depends. Add any kind of fruit you want. You can do it with just vegetables if you wanted to. I don't know why you would do that. But like adding a little bit of honey and a little bit of lemon juice. Remember, those two things help out quite a bit. And then whatever fruit you want. Just slap it in the blender and pop it in the oven and then roll it up just like that. That's it. This has been a great quick episode of Chow Time. I'm Spike Spencer. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me some of the things you'd like to put in some fruit roll-ups. Give it a go. Let me see what you want to do. And be sure and tell your friends about Chow Time. This is a labor of love. And I love doing this for you. I love cooking, and I've got lots more coming up. So thank you so much. This is Chow Time. Let's eat.